Hello gamers and welcome back into Timberborn. We are continuing with our playthrough today on hard Iron Teeth 1.0 Oasis, and there's a few things I'd like to get done today. One is to kind of get this finished up, this little area finished up here. Obviously continuing our power wheel project, getting this aquifer hooked up over here, and probably putting in a new station to have a base of operations to continue this project. And maybe we'll get this hooked up. Not sure if we'll have time for that or not. Getting the geothermal vent hooked in is another possibility. So let's start out with this. I think the easiest way to get the power over is to just come down probably right here so that we're below our thing, our irrigation channel, and just come out here and kind of bring the power over with I think to there should be good. Yeah. We'll just do it from the tube way. And we do have a couple injured beavers. That's because I neglected to change these over to bots. So let's do that. Make sure we've got bots in there instead of beavers. And we've got quite a few injuries from that. Maybe we'll just stick a couple medical beds around for a moment to get those guys healed up. Don't think those are going to live there, but that's just to get them fixed up for now. Cool, and our extract is finally coming up, so that's really nice. We'll just do a little bit of moving some stuff around to get our power network in. And then I do think we're going to have to temporarily delete this one. And where is this? Is it right there? It's going to be here where the power comes up. Cool. Right? Yeah. Sweet. Yep. Okay, right on. And we don't even need this, actually. Okay, and then I'm thinking another wind turbine right here. Do this guy right here. And we're actually going to delete this one because I want to put it in a different orientation. I want to put it right here instead. Get rid of this path. And then we'll put back in our exercise plazas. Yeah, one here, one here. Sweet. Awesome. Now they should be well taken care of for their well-being. Very nice. And we also probably don't have enough detailers, nor do we have enough scratchers. I was looking at this. Take a look at it. Yeah, the detailers are lacking, and same with the scratchers. And we're getting these kind of fixed. So we'll need to find a couple of spots for those as well. And maybe we'd put Yeah, that's an idea. Maybe we just put a bunch more platforms here and just kind of fill it with some of that stuff. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if we need this many scratcher or this many detailers, but it's a good start. Having some extract over here wouldn't be too bad either. Maybe we will just throw a couple small tanks down there for some extract. Hmm. Maybe a big tank of extract over here. Cool. Still did not take care of the scratcher issue. But just not quite sure where to put those yet. So let's hold off on the scratchers. Oh, these aren't connected. Bummer. I really thought that they would transfer power through here. Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, well, let's figure out how we're gonna get these guys connected. Well, the easiest thing is to probably just, yeah, bring the power through. All right, this is a lot of wasted resources, but I don't want to figure out how to do it another way, so we're just gonna do that. All right, that was not quite what we were going for. Let's try again. Okay, don't come over here, beavers. Okay, good. Alright. And well-being again. Wind tunnels go in. Oh, right, we need platforms. Okay, wind tunnels go in. Boom, boom. And these guys... Ah, missing ground. Really? That's still not good enough, huh? What about... Missing ground below? Ground only. Ah, man, that messes up my layout. That's annoying. Darn it. How are we gonna do this then? Okay. So it'll have to be like this. And then we'll have to... Oh, man. Oh, man. Bummer. it's the only orientation where it's gonna be connected to power. Frustrating. Hmm. Alright. More wasted resources. Okay. Bum. Okay. I thought this was going to be simple, and I was mistaken. So we need to... I'm thinking move the wind turbines over... or the wind... whatchamacallit, wind tunnels over here, and the motivatoriums here. But then we're going to need to get the power over... So probably the easiest way to do that is going to be just come down one more level. And there's so much rubble I can't even see what's going on. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just come down to there. Yep. And we need one of these. Okay. Okay. Now this should work. These two here. And the wind tunnels. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Cool. Sorted. Bunch of wasted materials later, and we've got it figured out. Alright, let's look at something else. They're probably, yeah, they're quite close to getting all that done. We'd like them to get this aquifer in. How is this tunnel down here going? Is it ready? It looks to be ready. Yeah. Come down here, come over, pop up, and come over. Okay, so now we can hopefully see this in action at some point, but not now because we're in a drought. You know, there might be a ton of pressure built up in here. So this might be kind of exciting. Let's put it on single speed. Detonate those, and then not a whole lot. Yeah, you know, we might get a little bit. We might get a little bit coming in, but during the Badtide, that should work well. Okay. And we've got the power connected, correct? Is this turning? No, not yet, because we still need to connect it here, which we are nearly ready to do. Yeah, I mean, we could do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We'll get that in. Come down to this level right here. And demolish all of this stuff. Cool. And get this in. Sweet. And we can just get Get that back in for now. Alright, and then that'll be connected, which will allow us to put our aquifer on here, which we might as well do. We can spare the power. Ooh, yeah, we can just go like that. And one of those, and we'll see what that starts doing. Awesome. And we also want to get this Badtide source routed over here. Yeah, you're stranded, huh? No, you're not. Oh yeah, okay, you're good. I think setting up another base of operations over here makes a lot of sense. And connecting it to our actual network is going to be pretty difficult. So I'm thinking we just throw in a simple station right there and throw in some tubeways. Just, yeah, that don't need that. Throw in some tubeways. Something like this, just to get over there. And do we need this path? No. Okay. Come up here. And actually, maybe our station's gonna be... right there. Then we can connect this back up. Okay. And we'll need a bunch of storage. So where do I want it to go? Maybe just around this way. So we'll want dirt, logs, planks, and dynamite, and extract. Cool. Get that all set up for our next base of operations over there. And I think if we reduce our working hours a little bit, maybe we'll get a better well-being score. Oh, right, the bells. Okay, we gotta add the bells in. I'm thinking... we'll see. I think they might hit most of the houses if we put a couple bells up here. Yeah, I think that hits all of them. Cool. Nice. That doesn't look too bad for the bells. And they are nearly finished on this side. Fantastic. And it'll be fun. In a few days, we'll see how this aquifer looks and what it's going to fill up. It should pretty much just fill this area, and we'll just let it do its thing, kind of flush out this badwater here, because there shouldn't be any more badwater coming into here, which is really nice. Awesome. Getting stuff done. That's great. How's our materials looking? Things are looking positive. Badwater's getting used, you know, quite quickly. but that's because we're sort of filling up our extract stores. And that seems to be going up. That's good. All this is looking good. Yeah, mushrooms are... Alright, great. Another little project I'd like to do is clean this area up over here. So we don't need... Don't need a lot of this. We'll take out... This is still providing power for these chargers, which we could probably get rid of because there's a couple chargers up here. We could add in a few more as well. But we'll just leave it for now. We can get rid of all of this stuff. We're not really using this anymore. And that's going to be a lot of logs we can get back. Get rid of all of this. Man, this was an expensive project. Yeah, this is still producing, you know, some power, but we don't care. We don't need any more power. We have a lot of power. Okay, and they'll be able to collect a lot of this. Not quite all of it. But if we put in a couple staircases here and there, they can get that stuff now. They can get this stuff. And that stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to make this into another water tank right here. So I'm thinking if we come through here, how's our water level looking? Quite good, quite good. Yeah, I'm thinking like blast one wide, one tall channel, like right there. Okay. Pause for a second, because I'm actually going to do a little bit of stuff. I'm thinking we do this. Maybe not. Maybe just to... Maybe just to right here. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna cause some leakage. Yeah, it will, but it's not gonna be too bad. Not gonna be too bad. We will just have to throw some impermeable floors over there pretty quick. And I'd also like to, yeah, kind of round this off a little bit. Probably wait until the morning to blast these so that we have our full workforce. Yeah, let's do that. And we're gonna have to throw those in. Let's make that a high priority. Oh, there's a lot of water. A lot of water flowing down there. Okay. At least they got it quick. Alright, cool. Then I was thinking we put a few... Where are they? A few dams in. Like right there. Clean this path up. Cool. All right. How deep is this tank? So the bottom level is 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles lower. Okay. So what kind of shape? Maybe maybe it follows this right here. So something like that. Cool. And maybe we'll start by doing this ring in here. So let's get rid of this. Pick those up, please. Clean this up as well. We'll make it a little smaller. Yeah, that seems good. Cool. Oh, I just told them to pick that up. Well, they can still pick it up if we push it. There we go. So, pick this up, guys, please. Yeah. Okay, we just don't have plank storage, so that's fine. So, to come down here, we'll do... something like that. And this is 3, I think? 2. 2 tiles, okay. You know what? We should do this slightly differently. We should do all these first. Yeah, we should. Man, they're doing this quick. That's awesome. Now we can do all these ones. Yeah, I'd like to get a little bit of water pumping going on in here. And we can set this gate up for this thing to fill over here. I'm thinking about eliminating a lot of this reservoir and making this one smaller. Yeah. Cool. Let's pop these while there's nobody over here. Oh, now we can't get down again. Right. No worries. We'll just put in some stairs right here. And they'll be able to get that one from down here. Okay, cool. I guess this can just be a triple, huh? Yeah. Triple there. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm thinking just have this fill up during the wet season. We'll get some pumps in here. Just basically to have some pumps closer to these hydroponic farms that will use them. Sweet. Beavers are using all the new stuff. Cool. Yeah, well-being's doing much better now. Yeah, just the scratchers. We'll see. They might have enough. We could get in a few more though. Maybe not. We could put in a couple in. Just add like a couple and more. Maybe they need a nice scratch after swimming. Get that for them. I could add more in where these benches are, because the benches don't really serve a purpose. And I also think, let's go ahead and get rid of that one. Put in a charging station here. And make this guy a bot. Sweet. That's almost all ready. I would love them to continue picking up this stuff, though. And we can do that if we put in more of our wheels, because those are very expensive. Ah, yeah, they can't get these because we didn't give them a way to do so. So perhaps just a couple platforms right there. And maybe those should be a little different, actually. Let's get rid of them. Let's put our platforms right here. Yeah, and then they can get everything. And then we can delete this. I'll just delete both of them, it's fine. Get some more wheels in. Moment of truth. How is this going to line up? Yeah, that should be okay, I think. Yeah, because we can put one going that way. Perfect. Cool. You know what? This doesn't need to be this high, actually. If that's our orientation. So maybe we'll just hold off on that, actually, for the moment. Because it'll do... Yeah, we'll hold off. We'll hold off right there. Actually, I kind of want to get this... I'd like to make sure this badwater is going off the map for now, so we can sort of get this aquifer cleaned up. Reservoir. It doesn't really matter though, because we're not planning on using this reservoir for anything quite yet. Okay. All right, let's just continue with this project. All right, so I think we'll need a couple of these because we're actually going to drop this down. So we'll need to blast those. We're going to drop it. Yeah, it's not going to be quite... Wait, no, this doesn't drop. Okay, let's get it together here. Let's figure this out. this. Maybe we'll come up to there. And then drop. Need to blast this one too, actually. Yeah, I didn't quite plan this right, huh? That's okay. Trial and error, a little bit of trial and error here and there. We'll get it figured. Okay. Also want to chop all these trees down. Let's get a couple lumberjacks up here with some storage. Take care of that. Let's get a large pile on supply. We'll get one there so that they can get all the way back. And we'll get another one up here. Cool, and they can get all of that. Great. And let's start laying this in. What's closer for them? Probably to build from over here. So let's start laying this in from, man, what direction? Maybe from this direction until we get to like, yeah. It's really, it's still pretty close to that. That's fine. All right. And our new aquifer should be producing water. It is. But all the water is leaking into our tunnel because we forgot to put an impermeable floor on. So let's do that. Whoops. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But let's prioritize it though, just for... I mean, it's sorted now. Come on, let's get down there. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Alright, great. Thank you. Sweet, and we'll just kind of see how what that looks like, how that works. And all of these guys are coming, getting this stuff in. I think this is what we want it to look like, right? Okay. Pop those. Drop down and be at what level here? So they get those in. Yeah, okay, we're gonna actually delete these so I can see what's going on here. So yeah, we want to be at this level here. Okay. Right? Because this should be 2 down. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Let's get these in. Sweet. And do we do another bridge? I don't think so, because we can maybe make this a big water tank later. So let's just fill this in. Oh, forgot to do that. All right. How's this looking? Earth repopulator. is, I think, the only thing that we don't have. Scratcher is a little low. Yeah, might still need a couple more scratchers. Okay, we'll just keep that in mind. Thinking we come from this direction till around here, maybe. I kind of wish there's a button you could press to restrict your click and drag to like just one row. Like if you could maybe hold shift or something and it'll only build in a single row. It'd be a nice little quality of life tweak. Okay. I was thinking about having this like tunnel through the mountain at a certain point. Like this one, perhaps? I think this one will definitely tunnel it through. I'm not sure if this is quite high enough to justify that. So we'll see once we get there. And we can also start prepping this for getting integrated into the network. Very good. We can start building this up to dump in as well. Let's do that. Now I think I want actually a 3x here to just get across and then build all this up. And then we'll revisit that when we get all that built up. Because we're going to need to come basically to the same height as this and then dump it in. This is my plan for that one. So what height is this? 17, and this is 14. So we need to come up another 3 tiles. And then maybe aqueduct over. Dump it in. Okay. Alright. Figure that out. Cool, this is not going to be cleaning this out for a while because we're still dealing with rerouting this badwater. That's alright, and they can't work on this. They can't work on this because we did not... Okay, let's pop that. Put this in. We'll do a staircase down here. Yeah, cool. Now they can work on this stuff. Awesome. Okay, this is all in already. Once they get that, okay, let's get rid of that. Put that there. Demolish all this. Cool. Get the power shaft in. And let's see how much power we're producing. This is now, we're like, how far on this project are we? Where once we get once we get to here, we're like nearly halfway. So that's great. But it'll be fun to see how much power we're generating. How much power we're generating right now. At 71,000 horsepower, seems pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so if this needs to come up 3, then let's see what our aqueduct will look like. How wide do we want it? Probably just this wide. Just do 3 tiles wide, but yeah, we'll do, 3 tiles wide is fine. Yeah, 3 tiles wide. So maybe if this is the middle, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we come here, maybe we'll just do a simple one like that. Yeah, let's just do this. In that case, we'll want the double. Because it needs to come up 3 tiles total, and then once we get the overhang on there, we'll get our 3 tiles. That looks right. Yeah, cool. 3 there. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, no, that's not quite what we wanted. Yeah, because this is 3 higher, but we're building the part 1 below it, so minor mistake. Get rid of these. And we'll just go with singles. Actually, maybe we'll do something like, nah, I don't like how it. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, then 3 of those, 3 of those. Cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be right there. Is that a good spot? Sure. Okay, so this is 14, 11, so we'll want 14, 11, so minus 3, so we'll need something like this. Okay, no worries. Just do that. And then that one's too long. 3, yeah, 3 is looking good there. Okay. And I think the easier thing to do might be to just come up onto this platform here, and then we can finish building this. Yeah. Badtide, cool. Building all these, though, is gonna take a little bit of configuring. If we do this, how much of that can they build? We'll start there for now. And then if they build all these, they could build these from the other side. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all. That's all we need. Actually, just a straight stair would have been totally fine. Thought we had to come up a little bit more, but nope. Alright, let's get rid of this. Get rid of these. Get this laid in. Okay. Let's actually get rid of that and make sure they can get around here. Sweet. Easy. Not very pretty, but hey, you know, that's all right. All right, they got that cleared. Yeah, I think it's. I don't think we mess with tunneling through here. It's not high enough to warrant it. So this is gonna come down. Get 2. Yeah, we'll just do 2s all the way across, and then 2s again in the middle. Awesome. And they can... Oh, they can't get here because we didn't put a path in. Of course, of course, of course. Okay, there we go. Nice. And they can't get over here. Let's get a spiral staircase in right here, and then they can get up and build all the rest of this. All right. So now that we've got a Badtide, we're gonna see these 2 spouts working, hopefully, if we can finish this one off. Let's get some priority on that. I mean, this we can see at any time because it's just a, you know, a discharge, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll see this badwater, what's it called? Badwater drain in action. And I haven't forgot, we are going to connect these 2. This one is actually going to be a pretty easy job because we already kind of have tunnels down here very close. Yeah, we can just link them into this. It's not, I mean, that would be probably the easiest thing to do, is just link them in there. But I think we might want to get down there and clean that up a little bit. So we still have this tunnel down, and it comes to here. Oh yeah, and then they can work above. Okay, okay, great. So yeah, awesome. All right. So yeah, these aren't necessary anymore. Unfortunately, we built them before we got a chance to see them in action, and now these don't produce badwater anymore, so these tunnels are irrelevant. So yeah, it's kind of a shame, but no big deal. We do want to come out. Okay, so we'll want, let's pause for a second while we figure this out. So I'm thinking 3 wide. Comes down to 1 right here. So we just kind of want to block off this tile. So let's do that. Yeah, just block off that tile, and then it should all flow that way. And we'll need a way to do all of these, so we could just tunnel right here, and then they'll be able to get them all. We just have to remember to put an impermeable floor down there. So let's make those a high priority so that we can remember that. And be cool to see these in action on this Badtide as well. So let's make all of this a higher priority. We are going to need to blast our way down there. So it's going to be these tiles here. So I think the easy thing to do to get down there will be do that. High priority on this one for sure. And we'll need to encase this as well. So we might get this done before the end of the Badtide, we'll see. But let's let them get to work on that while we take a look at this, and we might have some overflowing here, especially once we get all these drains going. This might not... I calculated it before with the aquifers, but the Badtide drains are a lot higher strength than the aquifers were. So they are going to potentially cause us some problems. So I'm hoping to see... Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh shoot! Oh no! We forgot to cap this off. Oh gosh, okay. Emergency, emergency. Let's, oh, dang it. Alright, well, we may need to put in some contamination what are they called? Decontamination pods here shortly. Whoops. Yeah, okay, okay. Let's see if we get the contaminated beaver warning. Alright, now that should be all pressurized. If I remember, I'd like to consolidate this tunnel a little bit more. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, I really thought we were... Oh well. Yeah, I'd like to cap that tunnel lower. And we've done something wrong again. Oh man. Oh, what a disaster. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh no, yeah, we are leaking because we didn't design this properly. Yeah, we certainly are. Okay. Oh man. Okay, okay. Dang, alright. Yeah, this needs to go away. This needs to... Yeah, okay. This needs to be like this, and then like this. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, what a nightmare. Oh no. It's alright. It's alright. We'll get it sorted. We'll throw in some decontamination pods here, and everything's gonna be fine. Alright. I didn't get any warning for, you know, contaminated beaver yet. But we could get ahead of it. Let's throw in a decontamination pod down here. Whoops. Yeah, this guy's finished planting. You can pause. We don't even really need all those logs, but hey, it'll be nice to have them. Yes, we need to flip these around or flip the staircase around. I think the easier thing to do is to flip the staircase around, so let's do that. Okay. Oh no. At least it's only the bots that are walking through this Badtide. Now the beavers are coming. Okay, no, you can't go that way. Nope, they're going that way anyway, huh? Alright. Well. Well. Beaver is unwell. Yeah, that's gonna start happening. Oh, what a disaster. This is what happens when you put things in quickly and don't... Alright, well this one's fixed. Alright, we should definitely double check this before we start letting stuff through. But this is... looks to be good. Alright. So this should be giving these wheels a little power boost here. Yeah, those are getting 1600. Probably a little... yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like, yeah, because there's going to be a little bit of backflow going this way, so it's kind of reducing some of these slightly, but boosting these up. Yeah, it's fine. We're producing so much power. Who cares? 86,000 horsepower now. Okay. Seems pretty good. Let's put that path back in. Yep. We do care about our beavers. Just sometimes we don't quite plan everything perfectly. And let's just put some more canola in here. We obviously don't need it. We have a ton of canola, but just so it looks a little nicer, you know? Yeah, I think they might have changed a little grease a little bit since I remember using it. But it looks like we are meeting demand for grease, which is great. We've got some unemployment though. Let's address the unemployment. Man, got a ton more bots now. What are we gonna do with all these bots? Running out of space for workplaces. People are dying of old age. Nobody has died of... There's only one beaver that's unwell. Okay, that's good. That's not too bad. A couple more builders' huts, maybe. We're out of room, man. Just throw some in down here. Do one of them for bots. All right. Okay, this is ready to pop. And we'll come down here. Maybe we should reverse these. Probably. But for now, we can just put a bunch of these in. Okay, and then these would be triples to get down to the level we need. Yeah, maybe we will tunnel through this mountain for the next bit. That might be fun. Okay, so if those need to be triples, these just need to be singles along here. Okay. And let's get them away to work on that from this side. So come here. Sweet. And maybe... something like that too. All right. We can continue tinkering over here. Right. We need to pop this one. Come down there. Okay. Kind of hard to see what's going on in this. Okay. Oh, we didn't need those because they can do it from the inside, but I don't want them to. Okay. How much deeper do we need to go? Not too much. So, yeah, let's put in a platform here with a double bridge, and then they can get the rest of the dynamite. And I think we only need doubles now. Yeah. Thought they were gonna be able to do this. Oh, right, they can't because this tunnel does not get us over there anymore. But we don't need this power going right now. We can temporarily get rid of this power shaft, get them to do this stuff, and then put it back in. So let's focus on that. And we want to put in impermeable floors here. They are gonna get on it very soon, I'm sure. Wait. Guess I don't need this one? Oh yeah, don't need that one because, yeah, we're fine. We could, like, delete some of this stuff, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Detonate. 2, 3. Okay. Now we are leaking all of our water into here. Yes, we are. So that is not ideal. Let's get some blocks in here. Yeah, let's get those done ASAP. Please. Please, please, please. That water looks like it's going in there so fast. Yeah, we should have reversed the order of that. We should have put the blocks in and then blown the dynamite, but you know, sometimes we don't do things how it should be done. And it's hard to be perfect playing a game. But they'll get this sorted out right now. Shouldn't be losing too much because the pressure is going to be higher on this side, so it's just like filling the channel right now. Alright, now it's full. Should I pause? Okay, no, we're not gonna... Okay, let's just make sure everything looks good here. Sealed all the way through. This sealed up. We don't even have any water in here. We do want to reconnect this power. Okay, I think we're ready. Yeah, I think we're ready. So all we need to do is pop these. And hopefully this doesn't cause us massive, massive issues. Okay. And we should be getting more power through here. Up, up, oh, uh-oh, 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 oh no. So it looks like there is too much flow coming through this. So for the meantime, let's shut this one down until we can figure that out. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. Dang. Now it seems to be okay. No, wow, that's so much. Holy moly. Is it gonna overflow again? It looks like it. Oh my gosh, it's overflowing again. Man, these Badtide trains are insane. Do I just need to keep them capped? I thought they were just one strength, but man, this is crazy. It's fluctuating a lot. Yeah, this too wide, too deep trench here looks like it's not gonna be enough. It would be nice to get a couple stream gauges in here to kind of see what's going on. Let's do that. Man, this guy should be getting treated. Yeah, he's getting taken care of. No worries. Wow. All right, now it seems to be stabilizing maybe. Depth 104. All right, we are gonna let those do their thing for a little while, but yeah, okay. Learning stuff about the Badtide drains. We are definitely going to have to modify this if we're going to want to get all these drains into our power network. Maybe that's a goal that we give up on because we're already so far along with this that it's kind of unlikely that I'm going to want to modify everything. So yeah, maybe we just cap off the Badtide drains and be a little bit lame. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we had some more spillage somewhere else here. Yeah, we had a little bit of spillage into this canal. Ah, that's a bummer. All right, well, anyway, we'll think about how that's gonna proceed. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, or year, however long it is, until we see you again. If you made it this far in the video, liking the video would be very much appreciated. It helps with the algorithm. And subscribing, if you're not yet, really helps the channel grow. So thanks again. and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.